So, got the motor on the stand. We're gonna throw on the rear main seal. Got my gasket kit here. We're gonna start throwing this thing together. So, first things first, putting this rear main seal on. You got to lube up the hole. So I got a little oil right here. Gonna take some and just dump a little bit of oil up in here. There you go. Just take your finger and lube it on up. Make sure the surface is nice and clean. I didn't do that. You want all your mating surfaces to be clean so there's no oil seepage, because no one likes a leaky motor, especially when you just rebuilt it. Alright, that's cleaned up. Got it all lubed up nice and good. Maybe I have no clue what I'm doing. Ha. The rear main came with this little guy. I was kind of wondering what it was for. I think I found out. Put that in there. Oh, absolutely what that was for. Okay. So these bolts, torque specs, supposed to torque these guys down to about, I think it's 12 or 14 foot-pounds. But I'm just gonna do it to a German torque spec. If you don't know anything about the Germans, German torque spec. Here, let me get my German torque wrench first. Here we go. German torque spec is guten tight. Alright, I think that'll do it. On to the next thing. Now, I don't know about you, but me personally, I like getting head. First, we need a head gasket. Woo! That was a bit heavy. I'm just having fun with this now. Maybe that's what I should be doing the whole time. Now, once you cleaned up both mating surfaces, block and engine head, cylinder head, whatever, you can go ahead and open up this here package of gaskets. Got my valve seals here. Got injector O-rings, crush seals. I believe that's what those are. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Oh, there's another main seal. Rear main, I think. Nope, what's this guy? I don't rightly know what this is. If anybody on the interwebs wants to tell me what this guy is right here. I think I missed something here. I'm gonna figure out what this is before I go too much further. But got the old valve cover, gasket right here, all kinds of stuff, all the fixings. This guy right here is a multi-layer steel head gasket. And if you don't know what that means, it means there's multiple layers of steel. Now, I'm not going to be a savage and reuse my OEM head bolts. I bought new ones of those. I reused every other bolt in the thing because who cares? Throw this old boy on. Grab the cylinder head. Set it on there. Very nice, very nice. We'll grab these old torque bolts here. Oh. So I might actually have to be a savage and reuse my original head bolts because, hold on. The original head bolts are a 12 point, I think it was 14 mil bolt. And my new ones are a Torx head. And I don't know if I have the right bit for that. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna get the right socket. I'm not gonna reuse my old head bolts. Maybe. Alright, well, due to unforeseen circumstances, I will not be putting the head on the motor today because I don't have the right size socket to install these bolts. And I'm not going to be a savage and reuse my head bolts. So, that being said, I think we're done here for the night. Yeah, I think we're done here for the night. Alright, YouTube, good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome back to another day in the shop working on Speed 6. We got the motor over here, ready to put the head bolts on. I found the socket. I actually had to buy one. Little socket for the head bolts. Gonna get her in there, torque the heads down, throw the rest of the timing on here, and maybe, just maybe, the transmission and all that stuff put on her, and see, we'll go from there. If you hadn't noticed, I got a new lawnmower. It's old John Deere LA 115, old 100 series. This thing mows grass like a champ. Anyway, we're gonna be torquing the head down, throwing the bolts in there, reassembling all the head stuff, and put it back on there, throw the cams in. All that goodness. Alright, so I got the head torqued down. When you torque the head down, you want to start in the center and then work your way to the outside in a circular pattern. The first step was 30 to 100 inch-pounds. The second step was 116 to 150 inch-pounds, which both those steps I just kind of tightened them up just a little bit. It's alright. Third step was 32 to 34 foot-pounds, which that's probably more important than the first two. And the fourth step is 90 degrees, and the fifth step is another 90 degrees. Again, each step you start from the center and work your way to the outside in a circular pattern. So I got the head torqued down. I'm gonna put the valve, I don't know what they're called. I'm gonna put the rest of the head stuff together and put the cams on it and then do the timing. Don't mind me, I'm just running with a gimbal. Alright, so now I'm gonna put the head back together, throw the cams in it, throw the timing on. watch and learn, maybe. Hopefully not, don't learn from me. I don't know what I'm doing. That's alright though. Take these little plunger guys, throw them back in. The place you took them out of. Keep everything in order. I'm gonna lube these up some actually. It's my favorite stuff right here. It goes on everything. So, I got all the little plunger guys in here, heads torqued down. I'm gonna throw these caps on, I'm gonna throw some lithium grease in the little cam crevices, put the cams on here, get my timing tool out, and then throw the timing chains on. Get you back on the time lapse. So my battery's about to die, I'm gonna throw it on the charger, I'm gonna do everything I just told you I was gonna do, get the motor the rest of the way assembled, and then I'll get back to you when the camera's got charged. Alright, the cams are in, torque the caps down to 14 foot-pounds, and I put lithium grease on everything because he talked me into putting lithium grease on everything.
No, I honestly said you didn't need it at first. A little bit of, one for the homies. But, like, then we saw the grease and we're like, what should we do? I mean, honestly,
I don't think you can show consuming alcohol on YouTube.
Oops. Hand slipped. I hate it when that shit happens. So what we did is we're thinking about what kind of grease we should use because, the high RPM shit like that, the wing spinny thing gets up there, the boost kicks in, the turtles come out to play,
Boost.
So, we're actually going to throw axle grease on there. A little bit of axle grease never hurt anything, but then we found some lithium grease and we figured that was a little bit better, Put that shit on my garage door, it's okay.
So I got the timing on, cams are on, all that good stuff. I can't complete the timing yet because I have to clean out the oil pan. It's a little bit of a mess. The last motor, it kind of blew some chunks in there. I gotta clean it out. But once I get that cleaned out, I'll finish up the timing, throw all the other stuff on it, get the transmission put on, and maybe get her dropped back in the car. Calling it a night. It's late. I'm tired. You know how it is.